What is up, my buttery biscuits? So in today's video, I have I guess you would call it high-end foundation review, which I'm really excited for because this foundation seems pretty promising. You guys know I've been doing a lot of drugstore foundation reviews recently, and they just have been misses for me, and it makes me kind of sad. So I'm hoping to see a $45 foundation, which that's high-end to me. I don't know what you guys consider high-end pricing, but that's pretty high-end to me. I know like Pat McGrath is like 65, Dior, I guess maybe those are high-end and this is like middle. 45 is like middle, yeah, that's right. Well, this is high-end to me because y'all know I'm broke, okay? So $45 is expensive. So today I'm gonna be doing a review and a wear test. I'm going to try, I don't know for sure, if it's gonna be for sure 8 hours when I have it on, but I'm gonna try to have it on for 12 hours because this does have like a long wearing claim. And I'm just gonna go ahead and see. So just in case you guys haven't heard of this foundation, just to give you guys some details on it, it is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 45. Now the reason why this to me seemed so appealing and seemed very promising is because you guys know my biggest problem is my forehead wrinkles. It makes me so mad, and my redness. Okay, so those two things. However, normally with foundations my redness is covered up fairly easily, but my biggest problem and the reason why I love I was trying to look down for it, the Huda Beauty foundation so much is because I use such a thin layer of it and it covers so well that it doesn't sit in my fine lines and wrinkles, because I just need a little bit of it when I use a more like light coverage foundation. I find myself building it up and then it sits in my fine lines more because I'm using more and more product and it's heating up in my creases and fine lines, and it's just irritating. However, that doesn't happen with the Huda Beauty. Now you guys know I have been on the market for a medium coverage foundation. What's weird to me, I purchased this at Sephora and it does say on the Sephora website that it is a medium buildable coverage foundation. However, on the back of the box here it does say a full coverage, and I feel like sometimes you guys got to look at the product or maybe the actual product's website itself, because I'm finding out like Ulta and Sephora, their details are a little bit different from the actual product. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the back to you guys. Oh, by the way, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that way you guys get notified when I upload a new video. If you guys like my reviews, please give this a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It lets me know that you guys like my reviews, and then I'll continue doing more if you guys like it. Just jumping right on into it, I'm gonna read the back to you guys, okay? So it is $45 at Sephora. I am in the shade 2N1, which by the way, I did try using the Sephora shade finder and that was completely off. It said I was gonna be like 3N2 because I used the shade 300N in the Huda Beauty, and y'all, I went to go swatch that 3N2 or 3N1, and it was so dark. I was like, okay, I don't know if that would even be like because you guys know in the summer I'm a C6 from MAC. I don't even think that would be my color in summertime. I was just like, that is like really tan. So anyways, you guys, on the back of the bottle here, or the back of the box, it says Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 45, so it is good for sun care. More than makeup, it rescues skin with soothing hydration and skin-loving ingredients, including probiotic technology, chia seed extract, ion-charged water. Skin is plump with moisture and has an instant radiant glow. Full coverage, lightweight formula immediately covers visible redness and diffuses the look of fine, dry lines, pores, and spots. So I literally have my pores are not bad, but I literally have spots, I have fine lines, they're dry recently, I've been real dry recently. Okay, looks flawless and smooth, stays color true all day long wear. So it says that it is I can't even say that. Ophthalmologist and dermatologist tested. What is an ophthalmologist? I've never heard of that before. So anyways, there's a lot of skin or sunscreen ingredients in here. There's like 4 ingredients literally. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and read also to you guys the Sephora the Sephora claim, so that way you guys can kind of get a view of what Sephora has to say about it. Sephora, it does say, a flawless foundation with breathable coverage and a radiant finish, powered with Estee Lauder skincare to hydrate, soothe, and protect. And then it says coverage medium. You see in the back of the box, it literally says full coverage. So I don't know. This is my problem with Sephora. I've mentioned this before when I purchase products from Sephora. I do not understand. It says skin types, that it's good for normal, dry, combination, and oily. I don't understand how a radiant finish, and y'all, when I swatch this on my hand, I left the swatch on for like a good 15 minutes because I wanted to see if it was going to oxidize to know my color while shopping around in the store. And y'all, the finish is like super, super dewy, which I kind of want right now because my skin has been so dry, as you guys know. But how would that be good for oily skin? And this is where I don't understand. I mentioned this before. Sephora is always saying every foundation is good for every skin type, and that is not true. Like, especially dealing with a product like this that's supposed to be hydrating, like super hydrating, it just doesn't make sense that it's gonna be for oily skin. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and shake this really well because it does say to shake well. It does have a lot of hydrating ingredients. For primer today, I'm gonna be using the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I've been recently using this for like about a week now, or you know what, I guess a little over a week, and I really, really like it so far. It makes my skin feel really plump and makes my skin look really good with foundation. However, the one thing that I don't like about it, maybe I am crazy, y'all let me know if you guys have this, it smells like a doctor's office. Like when I put it on, I'm like, I feel like I'm at a doctor's office, and I hate that smell. I'm gonna turn super, super red, but y'all know that's how I am with my red old skin. Okay, I have the Hydro Grip on right now. I literally look like the Kool-Aid man. I'm turning so red today. By the way, I forgot to mention, the 12-hour wear claim is on Sephora, not on the box. So it does say on the what else do you need to know, medium to full coverage that lasts 12 hours. So it says that even skin tones, covers redness, y'all know color redness, dark spots, and imperfections, looks natural and breathable. So it does come in a little plastic tube, and it does have a pump on the end. I don't know why, but I really like containers like this. I just basically don't like glass containers. But yeah, I really like one like this because I find that it's easy to squeeze out versus, say for example, a bottle like the Huda Beauty one. It's kind of like there's still some product in there. With one like this, you can literally squeeze it out. So that's cool. So I shook it really, really well. I let the primer sit in for 1 minute because if you guys have this primer, it does say to let it sit in for 1 minute. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with 2 pumps right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spread that throughout my face. And because this is a moisturizing foundation, it's not gonna dry fast. So I can just kind of like blot it everywhere, as to where normally I just do like one area at a time. Specifically with the Huda Beauty foundation, that one dries really fast to me. So let me just go ahead and get this on in. Okay, so as I'm putting this on, I know I look ghostly. It's okay. It will get a little bit darker. Hopefully, I'm like, it did on my hand, so hopefully it will get a little dark on my face because, whoo, I'm looking ghostly. I'm gonna build it up just a little bit. I feel like the coverage is pretty good. It's not acting funky. It's not separating, nothing like that. But I do want to build a little bit more coverage on my redness. So I put half a pump that I'm going to go ahead and put on both sides of my face. And by the way, you know, this is actually my first time using a Estee Lauder foundation. Because, you know what, everyone had always raved about the double wear, and every time I tried to look for my color, I just could not find a good color, and I was like, ugh, I'm over it, and I just never ended up buying it. But everyone seems to love that one, so I was like, let me see this, because I do need a hydrating foundation, because I've been dry. I don't know why. Literally never in my life have I been dry, and all of a sudden, I've been dry. Okay, so I did try to build it up just a little bit more on this cheek, and it's not building up very well on this cheek, which this is my most problematic cheek. This one I feel like looks good. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but right there I did try putting a little bit more, and it's just not building on top of that area. But you know what I will say, and I'm really surprised by this whole time it's been sitting in my forehead, and normally, I'm telling you guys, I put on my foundation and immediately right away have to pack in powder, but I just wanted to see because it said that this one doesn't like sit in fine lines and dry lines and stuff like that. And y'all, so far it's really not sitting in my fine lines, which is tripping me out. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some powder on right now. This shade is a little bit too pale for me, but the 3N1 or 3N2, whatever it was, would have been way too dark. My problem is I always complain about this on Twitter, is there's just not enough brands that have neutral tone foundations. And the thing is, the reason why I went with the 2N1 is because it's a neutral base. However, yes, it is a little bit too light. I guess my hand is like way more light than my face. This is why you should always try it on your face, but I literally was being lazy. I had a little bit of makeup on, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to take off my makeup to swatch it, so Ugh. And I always put some makeup on my neck too, so that's why I didn't put it on my neck, just in case you guys are wondering that. But whatever, we're just gonna go ahead and see. Maybe it'll get a little bit more dark. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it did get a little bit more dark on my face, but not as much as I thought it would. But anyways, let me just go ahead and pack on this powder, and I'll put on some bronzer to look normal. All right, so it is a little bit too light for me. However, that aside, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some bronzer so that way I look back to life, because I know I look really pale right now. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start the timer now, because now I have my foundation on and set. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some bronzer, some brows, some highlights, stuff like that. All that off camera, so that way this video doesn't get too long. It's currently 2:44 right now, so I'll do a check-in for sure, because it's still daylight, and I'll do a daylight check-in too, so that way you guys can see in the daylight. However, I did step outside right now, and I am actually really liking the way this looks on my skin. The coverage is definitely a medium coverage, even though I built it up. I didn't want a real full coverage, but I'm sure I could have built it, except for on this cheek right here. With the powder, it does look a little bit better though, but I was having difficulty building it to cover my redness on this side. This side, however, is perfect. My forehead's good. It's not sitting in my fine lines at all, which I'm really tripped out about, because any type of hydrating foundation always sits in my fine lines. You guys know this, even with the L'Oreal Pro Glow, the Anastasia, Beverly Hills, the newer one, what's it called, just the foundation, I guess, I don't know. That one was really bad in my fine lines. The Rihanna hydrating one was really bad in my fine lines. So I'm tripped out right now, but we will see in a couple hours. So I'll do a check-in and I'll look back to life then. I know I look really pale right now, but I'll do my check-in in a couple hours. All right, y'all, so it's currently 5:30 right now. I didn't make it to get a lot of sunlight, but there is still some sunlight. So I'm standing in my room window right now. Excuse the mess behind me. I'm trashy, y'all know that. You guys, this foundation actually is really good for my forehead. I am so surprised. If you guys can tell right there, it is looking pretty damn smooth, and I'm so surprised, because I was for sure expecting it to sit in my fine lines and wrinkles, because it's a hydrating foundation, and this is not normal. Like, normally underneath my eyes will be bad. Right here underneath my eye is a little bad, but still pretty damn good. And overall, I'm really, really liking it so far. My forehead, I'm really shook. Like, I am super, super shook. Like, you guys see how smooth that is? Look, in both lights. Okay, oh, I got some foundation in my eye. Don't pay attention to that. Okay, I'm just looking a little busted around the eye area, but don't pay attention to that. Y'all just look at the foundation, and it's actually looking pretty damn good. So this is about 3 hours right now, so I'll continue doing, I'll probably do one more, maybe 2 more check-ins before my final review. And we'll see how it goes, but so far, it's actually really good, and I'm so surprised, like, but damn, $45, that's expensive, but we'll see how it lasts. Okay, so I didn't end up doing a second check-in because I'm gonna go ahead and take this foundation off early. You guys, it's 10:14 right now, so I've had it on for almost 8 hours. I know I said I was gonna try for 12, but I just got so tired, okay? I ended up doing like Uber Eats. Y'all know I like to do Uber Eats, you know, drive around my car and deliver food to make some extra money. And I did that and I got tired. I had dinner and I was just like, I am so tired. I'm not gonna keep this on for 12 hours. But I had it on long enough to know I really like it. And you guys, I am so surprised by this because it is super rare. If you guys have fine lines and wrinkles, you guys know how it is with the hydrating foundation. It sits in fine lines and kind of emphasizes them. And this one did not do that whatsoever. The coverage is really, really good. I did have a little bit of problem building it right here on my cheek, but I guess next time I use this, I'll just use a little bit of concealer. You guys, I really like this foundation. And I'm surprised because like I've never tried anything of Estee Lauder, literally anything. I know that they've been around forever, but this foundation actually was really, really good. And if you guys have this, let me know how you like it because I'm really actually shook by it. This is the first time, literally I think the first time ever that a foundation has said it doesn't like sit in fine lines and it helps diminish the appearance of dry fine lines, that it actually does that. So low-key I'm shook and I definitely give this 2 thumbs up. I like it. If you guys don't have this, I recommend checking it out. If you guys are super oily, you will not like it. If you are really oily, I don't think you will like it. The finish is, I mean, unless you set it with a lot of powder. Obviously, I set it with the Laura Mercier, so it did mattify it big time, but it's still really hydrating, you know? I could actually see that after it set in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder for a while, that it was still a hydrating, kind of like a dewy finish. I actually really think the finish is beautiful. And actually, I think this is like something like really good to wear during the summer. I know we're in the winter right now, but this, because of the sunscreen and because of the finish, and I know a lot of people think it's dumb to wear foundation to the beach, but you know, if you're gonna be taking pictures and stuff like that, I think this would be a really good beach foundation, if that makes any any type of sense. I really like it and I'm excited about it, but the $45 price point, y'all know I'm broke. That kind of, you know, is a little bit of a downfall. Also, another downfall I forgot to mention, it only comes in 19 shades. They did have deep shades, but it's just not enough. I feel like for Estee Lauder being literally about over $1 billion brand, they really need to come out with more shades, because I would like to find something that is a little bit darker but still in the neutral family, because I did notice this one is too light for my face. I thought it would be a good match because, as I mentioned earlier, I did it on my hand and that just, I was dumb. That's my mistake, okay? I shouldn't have done that. But the undertone was there, but it was just a little bit too light. And I want to find one a little bit deeper because I really like this foundation. Also, I forgot to let you guys know in the beginning of the video, I purchased this at Sephora, however, they do sell it at Ulta. They just didn't have this shade that I was looking for at my Ulta. And if you guys do have a 20% off Ulta, then you guys could use 20% off on this. So you could save some money with that. Once again, you guys, just to wrap this video up, I give this 2 thumbs up. I really, really like it and I'm very surprised about it. I forgot to mention also too in the beginning of the video, it is 1.2 ounces, so you do get 0.2 ounces above the standard amount, so that is a good thing. For it being $45, you do get a little bit more though. So anyways, you guys, I hope you guys like this review. Let me know if there's any other foundations you guys want me to review. You guys know I love doing foundation reviews. I don't know why, just I love skin products, like skin perfecting products, you know, like concealers and foundations and powder forming foundations and setting powders, things like that, because I'm always looking to better my complexion, and that's the whole thing that got me into makeup, is actually covering up my redness. So that's why I love doing foundation reviews so much. Anyways, you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this foundation if you guys do have it, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.